Alrighty, so Gone Away has let me use his account, and we're going to use the 6/6 bond today because I think that it's very interesting. Obviously, if you don't know, they gave him one of these ultimate passives, which is really stupid and annoying. But basically, on my 1/6 bond, I think I'm getting like 6% or like 9% or something. I can't remember. Stats from this, but with this bond, with the 6/6 one, you can actually get all the way up to 30% attack related stats on this hero with all the debuffs that you can put on, which is just incredibly mind-blowing that they thought that that was a good idea. They started doing it with Escanor, but now they're moving on and actually giving the character stats, which is just mind-blowing. But either way, he has the sick Guild Wars outfit. Love the Bond Guild Wars outfit, by the way. Fantastic. But today we're going to be using this because I want to go for more ult rushing. So unfortunately, a lot of the great characters that people run with Bond are Merlins. So with her being in the back as a green Merlin, we can't really do a whole lot with this third slot with Merlin. So I'm just using King just to kind of make up for a little bit of, I don't know, we can just put a little bit more damage on with the shield and everything. So we're just going to hop in. We have 362,003 CC with no increase. We're using ult gauge food, so that way we can ult rush even more. So it should be a good time. If you're new to the channel and you're, hanging out, you're having a good time, feel free to subscribe. We're on the road to 15K subs, which would be super cool. Honestly, the festival has been doing wonders, and I thank you guys so much for all of the support. We do get out CC'd here. He has 385k with the demon team. Luckily for me, he knows. He knows, I think. Do we have a nod? Do we have the nod? I don't want to be mean. We'll wave at him. Hello. Yeah, so he is in Paladins, which I've never heard of. I didn't really know that if I was going to fight anybody too much in Challenger. But yeah, he is already in Challenger for the week because I think he plays a lot of top 100 and stuff like that. So I think he's basically seeded in Challenger, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we have a really easy taunt into, a combo, so that way we can try to ultimate very easily here. I think... He used the AoE on me. I'm tempted to try and do a full combo, but I'm gonna get encroached if I don't, so I'm gonna do it like this out of curiosity. I know that he's gonna counter me and put extra stacks on, but because I get encroached on my turn, on my own terms, I should hopefully lose the encroachment stack right here, and then we hopefully will be good to go. I don't know. Obviously, I'm a little bit below half HP if he doesn't have an AoE, which I would assume is a pretty decent possibility here. I don't know. We'll kind of have to just wait and see. 6/6 ultimate, absolutely crazy. Absolute wall of text here. He has 2 melee cards. There's no way you don't have an AoE, right? Okay, that doesn't kill, hopefully. Nice. Okay, we tank that. Very cool. Yeah, double single target. I think we're in the clear here. If he would have had an AoE, it probably would have been a whole different story, but he does kill my Deanne, but we can put on the shield here and then just go ahead and ult, which Gon told me that the ult literally kills anything. Like, nothing gets through this ultimate. The power strike on a 6/6 with the effects that this man has are insane. So here we go. Let's see the damage on this one. I'm very interested. 2 million, easy. I feel bad, but unfortunately that's kind of what we're doing here. I don't condone this. I don't condone this kind of playstyle. Either way, moving back on. Alrighty, we have another Bond team here, which is pretty interesting. Using an Infinity Merlin also, which is kind of cool. I haven't seen too many Bonds so far, but I guess there is always somebody playing around with different kinds of characters. Unfortunately, I don't have, because I went second last time, I actually had more ultimate move gauge, so I'm going to throw up a shield and then put the debuff on. I don't even think I really need to save the debuff because the ultimate is going to hit so hard, but we're going to go ahead and prep to try to get through the Deanne next turn. That way she can't take our ultimate move gauge off. We did not pull any extra bond cards, so I'm going to have to actually move and use that one, which is, it is what it is, but should be okay, no big deal. Actually, dissolve could be an issue. Luckily it gets eaten here, unless she has 2, so we should be okay, I think, but I didn't even think about that. But luckily, because she didn't get to apply the dissolve there, we should be fine. Shouldn't be really anything he can do about it. So luckily, let's just go for the other taunt. Gonna move this. Hopefully kill the Deanne. I would imagine we're gonna kill the Deanne. I'm using HP defense stat on him at the moment. But, ooh, we don't kill the Deanne. He did tell me that he has an attack crit set, or I think it's an attack defense set. I'm not 100% sure. For the Bond, but I figured we would just go high CC into ult rush, so that way we can try to out CC, you know, people who aren't using CC food maybe. But yeah, we're pretty much good to go at this point. So let's throw on another shield, and we'll go ahead and double ult, because why not? And then we should be pretty much good to go, I guess. I you know, there's not a whole lot of, I really don't like using ultimates. Like, I feel like ultimates kind of ruin PvP in this game a lot of the time. Only 1.5 actually. I'm kind of surprised at that. But yeah, I just feel like ultimates are just really cheap. Like, it just, what's the fun in like rushing an ultimate and just insta winning? It just doesn't, it's like very mindless, mind-numbing gameplay. It's very hands-off. Nothing, no thought has to go into it or anything like that, which is just, I don't know, just not really how I like to play. Like, if you're just playing and you use a bunch of cards and stuff and you just fall into an ultimate, I think it's a lot more acceptable in my eyes, I guess. But a lot of the times, it's just people who are like, hey, you know, all I got to do is move this card over here, combine it with this card, and I've got a full ultimate move gauge or whatever. Which is just, it's just annoying. Like, obviously, it's an element of the game. You can just bring some sort of ult removal or dissolve or something like that to try to combat that, of course. But sometimes there's no way around it, and you can't do anything, so is what it is. Alrighty, we have another demon team here. No Chandler, which is good for me, I guess, so I don't have to worry about having to fight into it or anything like that. But, no. I guess I could... We'll just go straight ult rush and then do setup into the ultimate next turn, I guess. Why not? I mean, I know this isn't riveting gameplay or anything like that, but it is kind of interesting to see the just the ult damage and stuff like that. I asked him what he thought of the new Bond, and he said that he doesn't think that he's super great, but he does think that he's really good for the new game mode, actually, which I was kind of surprised at. Not really what I was expecting to hear back, but honestly, I mean, I guess characters like this, it's always like the weird niche characters that don't seem super good for like PvP or anything specific PvE-wise that end up being really good Guild Wars characters, which I guess I just always forget about because I don't have access to Guild Wars. So because the new game mode is very Guild Wars-esque, it doesn't surprise me that it somehow is just really, you know, he actually works really well. He said it was because of the debuffs that he puts on, the stat lowering and stuff, which makes a lot of sense. I guess lowering the stats of the enemy characters and stuff is a really big part of making sure that your team wins. So that makes sense to me, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. Not really what I would have expected, honestly. So kind of cool to get that kind of, I guess, little bit of insight there. So I wonder if he's going to become like a character that people use on actual Guild Wars as well. I would assume so, if he works in the new game mode. I know they're not like a one-to-one comparison or anything, and, you know, some people are going to be using different defense teams than others, so I think that there's going to be some sort of, like, actual little bit of thought that goes into that, and, you know, maybe having to counter it and such, but I would imagine it should hopefully be just like a one-to-one, like, throw him in, works fine, or I say one-to-one, but he should work for both. Maybe not the exact same way, though. Alrighty, we have another demon team here. Still get to go first. I kind of wish we were going up against something else. I don't think I've seen... Well, no, that's not true. I did play with Festival Gother a little bit earlier today. I think that video should already be out by now, I imagine. I'm not 100% sure what my release order for these videos is going to be just yet. But, yeah, I would imagine that'll be out. But I did use him a little bit, and I did end up going up against 2 of the Angel teams in PvP, and it pretty much just instantly like made them want to forfeit because of the way that Festival Gother kind of shuts down the stat lower or the buff cards that they use, because they use a lot of buff cards and everything. It's really easy to sort of just get around them. So understandable that they didn't want to fight me, but I do kind of want to see how Bond fares against the Angel team. Obviously, he does a little bit of stat lowering. They can't really be stat lowered, and I don't know. There could just be some interesting plays there, but I haven't really had the opportunity to be able to go up against one yet. So yeah, not great there. This is actually not not super good. I honestly think that if we just play for... If we play like this instead, we should still be able to survive. Ooh, okay, we don't kill the Estarossa off, unfortunately. That's actually really bad. But Bond has a lot of HP. He actually has a really good amount of lifesteal, and plus because we're playing with the Sins, we get HP related stats as well for each Sin on the team, so that's also giving us extra lifesteal. So I guess even if you go second and he survives, obviously that's a very big key. You still might end up being able to get away with some stuff, depending on how much, the cards that you have. The combo does a pretty good amount of HP, so you should be able to hopefully lifesteal back a pretty decent amount there. Let us put up the shield. It's going to proc his true magic. We're going to debuff him just to see if we get any bit of extra damage off there, and then we'll, go ahead and finish this thing off, I guess. So here we go. I love the cut in with the one finger or whatever. 1.7. Okay. I was kind of hoping that we could get like above 2 mil, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that without doing a really big setup team. Like if I go for like Festival Gother with the Holy Relic and then maybe the Deanne stance as well, we could potentially try and get it, but not 100% sure if we'd be able to pull it off 100%. Let me throw him on. We'll see if this last match ends up being a bot, and we can kind of just stall a little bit. We'll try to go for like the perfect setup if possible. Unfortunate that didn't kill, but either way, moving on. Alrighty, last match here. Ooh, we have an Angel team. If it's a real player, which I hope it is, it's really unfortunate that the one time I swapped to Gother, which is like almost not necessarily a hard counter to this team, but ends up being a pretty big counter to this team, I end up going up against the Goddess team, which is pretty funny to me. I could seal them, but I want to be able to use my ultimate as well while I ult. Or I want to be able to get the Holy Relic to proc while I'm ulting with Bond. So I'm going to have to use this turn to kind of stall and go for Bond's ultimate. And then we can proc the Holy Relic into... I also really need to pull another Deanne stance. Maybe I should have kept the Deanne stance that I had and not taunted this turn. Not 100% sure. That might be a little troublesome. We can pop the Revive on maybe the Deanne or something like that. If possible, I'd like to try and not... Or not on the Deanne, I meant on the Liz. I'd like to try and not have to clog my hand up with a whole bunch of cards, so if I get anyone else's ult besides Bond's, it's just going to be dead space because I'm not really planning on using the cards, you know what I mean? So, I don't think this will kill, unfortunately. Yeah, he just, man, his just raw damage is, I don't want to say it's bad, but it's just not... It's not on the same level as the other, like, crazy ultimates that we have. Which is, it's understandable, I guess. I don't have any AoEs to break that shield, unfortunately, so we might end up just having to stall a turn here anyway. Let me go for... Let me do this? because the Holy Relic lasts for 2 turns. We'll see if we can pull a stance card, and if possible, we don't want them to have a shield on. No stance. Dang. Okay. And I guess I could... I'm okay for the moment. I could continue to stall, but that's quite a bit of damage. I'm not going to be able to stall forever. Plus, I've already got Gother's ultimate right now. Man. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Do we lose the attack-related stats buff? We do. Dang it, man. And then we don't even get the stance. That's unfortunate. I guess, oh well. That's not good for me. Let's go for this. We should still be able to kill. Sucks that we weren't able to get like the perfect combo off, but I guess it is what it is. I'm really glad that we actually didn't go up against too many like real players here, because like I said, I feel terrible going against real people while using like such a like scummy tactic. So that's, you know, I guess helping me sleep at night a little bit. But we do now have to take this ultimate. I'm honestly, I didn't check his ult level, but if it's anywhere near high, we might actually, yeah, it's completely maxed. So do we die here? I think we do. I deserve that. I deserve that. It's it is what it is. Okay, well, anyway, that's pretty much it for today. I might go ahead and use his account to showcase the OG Wings King, because people were wanting me to do that as well, so I might mess around with a little bit of ungeared PvP. But yeah, that is it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what your thoughts on, I guess, the 6/6 Bon is, or just if you share the same sentiment as me with the whole like ultimate play. I guess let me know. But either way, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.